स्वीडन का जो वीडेम इंस्टीट्यूट है वो इंडिया को इलेक्टोरल ऑटोक्रेसी की कैटेगरी में डालता है, जो कि सिर्फ 2 कदम दूर है फुल डिक्टेटरशिप से। तो मोदी सरकार ने जो भी किया है पिछले कुछ सालों में, उसकी वजह से आज इंडिया की रेपुटेशन गिर गई है। दुनिया भर में इंडिया को अब इलेक्टोरल ऑटोक्रेसी कंसिडर किया जाता है। और जो कुछ हो रहा है, एक्चुअली जो भी कुछ मैंने वीडियोस में बताया है वो सेलेक्टिवली स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पॉइंट्स थे जो बताए थे, जो 20 मिनट में समराइज किए जा सकते। लेकिन एक्चुअली में अगर मैं बताने लग गया तो यहाँ पे 1.5-2 घंटे का वीडियो बन जाएगा कि एग्जैक्टली क्या क्या हो रहा है, जो चीज़ें पॉइंट करती हैं इस चीज़ पर कि इंडिया डिक्टेटरशिप की ओर गिर रहा है और हमारी जो कंट्री है वो और बद से बदतर हालत में गिरती जा रही है सरकार के अंडर। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप जर्नलिस्ट का लेकर देख लो। अभी मैं रिसर्च कर रहा था, यहाँ पे एक सामने मैंने रखी हुई है। 2014 और 2019 के बीच में एक रिपोर्ट ने बताया कि 198 अटैक्स हुए रिपोर्टर्स पर और 40 से ज्यादा जर्नलिस्ट मारे गए। 2021 की सीपीजे रिपोर्ट के अनुसार हाईएस्ट जर्नलिस्ट इंडिया में मारे गए दुनिया में। आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट कितने मारे जाते हैं। ग्लोबल इम्प्यूनिटी इंडेक्स 2021 में इंडिया की रैंकिंग वन ऑफ द वर्स्ट बना दिया मोदी सरकार ने। ये तो जर्नलिस्ट और आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट जो मारे जा रहे हैं। उसके बाद कितने जर्नलिस्ट ने अपने प्रोफेशंस को छोड़ दिया है। रवीश कुमार, अभिसार शर्मा, पुण्य प्रसून वाजपेयी, इंक्लूडिंग यू इवन। आप मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया पे जाकर खुलकर बोल भी नहीं सकते। जर्नलिस्ट को यहाँ पर दबाया जा रहा है, रिपोर्टर्स को दबाया जा रहा है, आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट खुलकर कुछ नहीं कर सकते। ऊपर से जनता को भी दबाया जा रहा है। जनता अगर प्रोटेस्ट करती है तो ड्रोन का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है उन पर टीयर गैस बरसाने के लिए। लद्दाख में अगर कोई पीसफुली प्रोटेस्ट करे तो सेक्शन 144 इम्पोज कर दिया, इंटरनेट पर बैन लगा दिया। जनता को भी खुलकर नहीं बोलने दिया जा रहा है। और यहाँ 2023 की एक रिपोर्ट और है जो कहती है कि इंडिया 58% ग्लोबल इंटरनेट शटडाउन जो होते हैं दुनिया भर में, वो इंडिया में होते हैं। इंडिया को वर्ल्ड का इंटरनेट शटडाउन कैपिटल बना दिया मोदी सरकार ने। ये सब हो रहा है, इतना सब हो रहा है, मतलब देखो क्या क्या हो रहा है यहाँ।
As you say, ये सब हो रहा है, and listening to your answer, the impression that's created in the mind of the audience is India sounds like a dictatorship. So let me repeat my original question. What saves us from outright dictatorship? Where do we fall short of being a complete dictatorship so that you say we are on the road to becoming one, but we haven't got there as yet? गुंजाइश किस चीज की रहती है?
अभी कुछ लोग हैं जो अपनी आवाज उठा पा रहे हैं, और उन लोगों की वजह से वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया, ये मैंने अपने वीडियो में भी कहा था, जब तक हम लोग खड़े हैं आखिर में, तब तक इस देश को गिरने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता। जब
So
तक
in other
हम
words, the people of India are the obstacle in the way to becoming a full dictatorship. हम ही हैं
एग्जैक्टली
जो प्रोसेस को रोक रहे हैं.
एग्जैक्टली
If India is not a full dictatorship, is Modi a tanasha?
ये एक बार फिर से वही चीज है कि ये एक स्पेक्ट्रम है। ये कोई स्विच नहीं है कि मोदी तानाशाह है या मोदी एक डेमोक्रेट है, बहुत अच्छा प्रधानमंत्री है। एक स्पेक्ट्रम है। मैं फिर से कहूंगा, जो चीजें हो रही हैं देश में उसको देखकर लगता है मोदी इज अराउंड 70-80% ऑन द वे ऑफ बिकमिंग अ तानाशाह। जो एक्शंस नरेंद्र मोदी जी यहाँ पर लेते हैं,
Modi is 70 to 80% towards becoming a tanasha.
या दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड से। दैट्स माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन।
In the video that you made on Arvind Kejriwal's arrest, there is a line of commentary that comes towards the end. You say, जोर से हंसिए कि तानाशाह का अहंकार हिल जाए. वहां पे तो आप काफी खुला कह रहे हैं कि मोदी तानाशाह है.
मैं ये बोलने का एक तरीका है। अब ऑब्वियसली मैं ये तो नहीं कहूंगा जो 70% तानाशाह की आवाज अहंकार टूट जाए। ये बोलने में कैसा लगेगा?
मुझे ये बताइएगा, एट द मोमेंट,
और यहाँ पे मैं एक और चीज कहना चाहूंगा। लोग कहते हैं कि मैं ये बोले जा रहा हूँ मोदी तानाशाह है, इम्प्लाई किए जा रहा हूँ उसकी तरफ, इंडिया डिक्टेटरशिप की ओर गिरता जा रहा है, लेकिन मेरी आवाज क्यों नहीं बंद हुई? एक बार फिर से मैं कहूंगा कि कितने लोगों की आवाज ये ऑलरेडी बंद करा चुके हैं। कितने इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट हैं जो खुलकर बोल पा रहे हैं, कितने लोग हैं जो खुलकर प्रोटेस्ट कर पा रहे हैं किसी चीज के बारे में, कितने यूट्यूब चैनल्स हैं। अब तो पिछले 3 दिन पहले की खबर है, ये यूट्यूब चैनल्स को भी ये ब्लॉक कराने लग चुके हैं। बोलता हिंदुस्तान एक चैनल था, उससे उसे ब्लॉक करा दिया गया है। आज ही की खबर है, आर्टिकल 19 और एक है क्या था, नेशनल दस्तक, इन दोनों को ऑर्डर दिए जा चुके हैं ब्लॉक कराने के। तो ज्यादा दूर नहीं है, मेरा चैनल भी ये ब्लॉक करा देंगे, मेरी आवाज भी बंद करा देंगे। तो मैं ऑलरेडी वार्निंग दे रहा हूं, अभी बता रहा हूं लोगों को कि क्या हो रहा है देश में। उस दिन का इंतजार मत करो जिस दिन मेरा भी बंद हो जाएगा, क्योंकि उस दिन फिर कोई बोलने वाला बचेगा नहीं और तब लेट हो जाएगा फिर।
ये वार्निंग, ये चेतावनी आप जानबूझकर दे रहे हैं, आप डिलिबरेटली दे रहे हैं. यू आर ओपनिंग अप द आईज एंड ईयर्स ऑफ योर कंट्रीमैन. दैट इज व्हाट यू आर डूइंग.
Exactly.
Let me put this to you. How confident are you of this?
As confident as I could be.
What does that
I
mean?
have ever been.
I'll tell you why I asked
listen, Karan. I'm not in the business
No.
of predicting
I'll tell you.
elections.
I'll tell you why I
in
asked
my
that
life.
question. I'll tell you why I asked that question. How confident are you? Because in May 2022, you predicted that Congress would be routed in Himachal. It won. In September
Did I?
2023, yes,
Did
you
I?
did. You're on record.
Wait, where?
You're on record. We've got it.
No, but this is your last time also. You are always trying to create a hypothesis and trying to put it on the guest
It's
side.
no. I'm not creating
If
a hypothesis. It was
show
in
me
the-
show me a video, Karan. Now it's because you have said it something.
Yes, absolutely.
You're not dealing with some spokesperson of a party. If you show me a video of me telling that Congress will be routed in Himachal, a video,
in May 2022.
hear me out. If you show me, I will quit the job, or you apologize publicly on the camera.
I have.
Show me the video where I've said that Congress will be routed in Himachal
Does it have to be
on video.
Just a second. Does it have to
Hear
be
me
a
out.
video?
Don't try
hang on
to
a second.
pin
I'm not.
down
I'm
things.
not. Hang on a
No,
second.
don't. I'm not letting you go out of this. No, I'm not letting you go out of
You don't have
this.
to let me get out of it.
No,
I am-
no. You see when
Can I
when
finish?
you, no,
Can
no,
I
you
finish?
cannot. You
No,
cannot.
hang on a second.
When
Can
you
I
are
finish?
when you are interviewing a person and you proud, you take great pride in being factual.
I am
Then
being
please
factual.
stick to the fact.
You haven't even let me finish.
Show me the video.
Prashant
Release
Kishor.
it on the wire
Prashant
where
Kishor.
Prashant Kishor has said that
Does
Congress
it
will.
have to be a video?
Yes.
Why can't it be something you said to a newspaper?
I don't know. Newspaper can write anything. You can write anything. Show me where I've said this. Show me where
there
I've
are
said this.
loads of things that are written by newspapers.
I don't count.
And it has been a
No,
newspaper.
you can't. I go from here, and what you write in your news publication is none of my business. What I say, show me that words. If I have said that Congress will be routed in Himachal in 2022, I am saying on camera, on record, that I quit what I do. But if you are wrong and trying to put your perception in my as my statement, then please
Let me
be
put
man
it-
enough to say
I
sorry
am,
about it.
Forgive me. I am always man
No,
enough to
no,
tell. Let me finish
don't
now.
do this.
Let me finish without your raising your voice.
No,
Let
don't do
me
this.
finish
Don't
without
do
your
this, Karan.
interrupting me.
You are not
Let
going
me
to- you are not going to
finish without your
intimidate me.
interrupting me.
You are
I
not
am
going to
always man
intimidate
enough
me.
to accept my mistake.
You have
I
made a
accept
mistake.
it frequently.
You have already made a mistake.
However, I am.
You have already made a mistake.
I am quoting what has been
You have
in
made
the
a mistake.
newspapers and what has been
You have
on
made a
websites.
mistake.
I have not made
You
a mistake.
have made a
I am
mistake.
quoting what has been
Just-
in newspapers
just-
and on websites, and I'll repeat what they
just
said. That in
rewind.
May 2022, you are quoted as having said Congress will be
Okay.
routed in Himachal.
Keep
in
saying.
September 2023, you are quoted as having said BRS would win Telangana, and it did not. Those are the reasons why I said, how confident are you this time round? Because according to newspapers,
I don't owe
according
it to
to
you.
websites,
I-
you were wrong on that occasion.
Okay.
You can raise your voice, so can I.
Oh, you
it
please
doesn't
raise.
serve any purpose. at
Please
all.
raise. Please
I'm
raise.
not raising it.
Please raise.
And let me add on.
Please
I am
raise.
I am never
Please raise.
embarrassed in accepting a mistake.
Do
Mistakes
not-
are
do not
human,
try to
they happen.
intimidate
But
me.
I have not in this
Do
instance
not
made a
try
mistake.
to intimidate
I'm
me.
not trying to
You will not
intimidate
be able to
you. You were trying
intimidate
to
me.
intimidate me.
You will nobody, no journalist, nobody can intimidate me. I stand by what I say.
I am
and
not
you have already
trying to
backtracked on
intimidate
camera.
you. You're the one who
You
raised
said-
your voice.
You
I
said,
followed
you said that I have said this. Show me the video.
Okay.
Show me the video or apologize.
It's interesting
No.
that you reacted the way you did. That itself will be of interest to the audience. I'll just point that out.
Oh please, you
And
don't
it's
try to be a
interesting
clever
that
journalist.
I'm not being a clever journalist.
Don't
Can I- can I continue or do you wish to stop?
No. Why should I stop?
Then let me continue.
I don't want to give you that privilege that I said something and he ran out of my interview. I can deal with you and four like you.
Look at what happened in Maharashtra and what happened in Jharkhand.
Absolutely, which is why I say to you, doesn't it require an explanation?
Does require an explanation. It requires a scrutiny. It requires that election commission will have to come clean on this.
And so far they've said nothing.
There's no point in stonewalling. You know, they say nothing, Karan. They say nothing.
Now let's go one step
Lok Sabha
further.
also they did not say anything. We've questioned. We've given a memorandum. Citizens have given memorandum. I'm not talking about the political parties. I keep the political parties out of this discussion.
So even though citizens have given a memorandum about this to the Election Commission is silent.
It doesn't even acknowledge. Citizens don't matter.
Let's go one step further, Dr. Parakala. In Maharashtra, where the turnout increased by nearly 8%, the NDA won. In Jharkhand, where the turnout increased by less than 2% and 1%, the India bloc won. Doesn't that raise the question, is there a link between the increase in turnout and who wins?
I'll give you a little more detail, Karan, if you allow me. You see, with 1.79% hike in Jharkhand's first phase, NDA wins 17 out of 43 seats. Please listen to this carefully. With 1.79% increase, NDA wins 17 out of 43. Whereas, with 0.86% increase, NDA gets 7 seats out of 30. Did you follow me?
I do indeed. You're underlining the point I made. The greater the increase in the turnout after polling closes, the more seats NDA wins. The smaller the increase in the turnout after polling closes, the opposition, the India bloc win. And that's the point I'm asking. It seems that there is a link between the increase in turnout and who wins. A large increase in turnout, NDA wins. A very small marginal increase in turnout, India bloc wins. Again, that needs someone to explain, doesn't it?
Exactly. You see, for instance, let's go back a little into the past and look at Haryana Assembly elections. Should I say something about, only to highlight this?
Absolutely. Let me put it for you because you explained this to me. You've spotted the same thing in Haryana during the recent Vidhan Sabha elections, and you spotted something very similar in UP during the June Lok Sabha election. In Haryana, the vote share increased by 6.7% and the BJP won. It was a surprise victory. In UP, the vote share increased by under 0.5%, less than 1%, and the opposition won the majority of seats. So again, what happened in Maharashtra and Jharkhand seems to have happened earlier in UP and Haryana, didn't it? Even if the interpretation that Justice Chandrachud came up with, and I'll repeat it, that although you cannot change the character of a religious place after 15th August 1947, you can ascertain and determine what that character is. Even if that doesn't strictly breach the letter of the Places of Worship Act, doesn't it undermine the spirit of that act? Very seriously and comprehensively undermine the spirit of the act.
No, I would go to the extent of saying that it really is in teeth of the letter of the act. It also is violative of the spirit of the act, because the act is enacted to prohibit conversion of any place of worship as it existed on 15th August 1947. Now, if there is a prohibition, where is the question of ascertaining the character? I mean, are you doing an academic exercise as Supreme Court in a most sensitive, communally sensitive issue? Now, is judiciary not responsible for the deaths of these 4 innocent people in Sambhal? What are we are discussing here? People are losing their lives. The two communities are being divided permanently. And, these wounds are virtually impossible to heal, especially when the Bharatiya Janata Party is in power in these states where this is happening, be it Rajasthan or Uttar Pradesh. So I think that Chandrachud has done a great disservice to the constitution and to this country.
I want to get you to repeat that. Justice Chandrachud has done a great disservice to the constitution and to the people of this country. You seriously mean that?
I not only mean that, but I feel that if Supreme Court, and it has been held by Supreme Court time and again, is bound by its own judgments, day in and day out, this Supreme Court will haul up citizens, bureaucrats and politicians for contempt of its orders. What has Chandrachud done? Is he not guilty of, he and his colleagues are not guilty of defying Supreme Court's judgment? He and his colleagues, are they not responsible for breaking down of the rule of law? Because they have noted in that judgment that the demolition of the mosque in 1992 was the most egregious act on the part of these in connivance with the state, especially after giving undertaking to the Supreme Court by the Bharatiya Janata Party Chief Minister Mr. Kalyan Singh. And he said this was the absolute breakdown of rule of law. Judges say that expressly. Now, he was a party to it. How can therefore he allow this thing to go on?
So he is guilty of contempt of court himself.
Look, nobody has ever tested this proposition whether judges can be guilty of their own judgment in contempt. But certainly he is guilty of defying and defiling his own judgment.